Hey everyone, we wanted to share our experience with a certified ThermaTru installer, Folkers Window Company, Wemo Industries Incorporated. We contracted with them to have two entry doors installed. The notice of commencement was on October 4th, 2023. So that's the day they pulled the permit. The permit's only good for 180 days. They came out here on August 20th, 2024, which is almost 6 months after the date that the permit was issued. They said here that at this time, your Folkers Window Company products have been installed and are now ready for final inspection by your local building inspector. So they left this paperwork with us. They said that they were done, and to this date, they have not had this job inspected, and the permit remains expired. This is ThermaTru Installation Instructions for Pre-Hung Door Systems. And you can download this off the website and you could read through it yourself if you'd like. I'm just going to point out a couple of key points that are important. Here in step 2, it says check and prepare opening. It says, are the framing and walls plumb? Use a 6-foot level and check both sides of the opening both ways, front to back and right to left. Fix any problems now. It goes on to say, is the opening square? Check all corners with a framing square. Double check by comparing diagonal measurements. Fix any problems now. That's the first time it says it. It goes on to say it a second time, a third time, a fourth time, and a fifth time. So we're going to go and see what these guys did. So we're going to start on the left side of the door. And we're going to check plumb. We'll check it this way first. Okay. And so this way it's plumb. Okay, but when we check it this way, you can see here, and I'm going to try and put my flashlight here so that you can see that. I don't know if you can see that light there. But that's been pulled out of plumb, okay? So, because I can see that light through that, there's a crack there. And here's my plastic scribe tool. I can take and slide that in there, okay? That's not plumb, okay? That's been pulled out of plumb, okay? So, they didn't follow the instructions there. Let's go to this side. Now this way, well, it's if you come here and look, it's within the bubble, but to me, I would like to see a little bit better job than that. Okay, especially when you're trying to charge someone $12,000. But I suppose it's inside the bars, and we'll say it's okay. But when we check for plumb this way, you can see that it is nowhere near plumb. Okay, so this tip of this ruler is a 1/16 of an inch, and further down is 5/32 of an inch. And so I can stick the tip of it in. The tip goes in fine, and so does the rest of it. So that's 5/32 right there. Look, I mean that's pulled out of plumb, 5/32. Okay. And then we can travel up here, and so, I mean, all the way up, that's not plumb, okay? And so here we can look at the top, and you can see that that's not plumb either, okay? So I can stick my tape measure in there, and that's a 1/16. And not only that, but then I can take this level here, this 6-foot level, and I can rock it back and forth. Okay, so if that were plumb, I wouldn't be able to rock that back and forth like that. So that's not plumb. Now I'm going to take my square. This is a framing square, 2 foot by 16 inches. I'm going to check for square, and you can see that movement there. That's not square. Okay, I can stick my 1/16 in there. And so that's not square. You can see here, I can stick my 1/16 in here on this side. Okay, so that's not square there. And so it moves back and forth this way, and it rocks back and forth this way. Okay, so that's not square. We'll check here on this side with the square, and this is even worse. Okay, that's rocking back and forth right there. So that's not square. Here that's a 1/16 there. And if I move that up there, that's over a 1/16. So that 1/16 runs all the way down. So that's not square or plumb. The installer did not follow the manufacturer's instructions. Stop.